The Racine County, Wisconsin sheriff claims to have proof of election fraud in Wisconsin. Hello and welcome to Sweet Home California. My name is Jennifer, and I haven't seen a lot on other channels about this. I actually found out that the news conference was going to be happening from Lumberjack Logic, so shout out to him. I really appreciate the heads up. But a lot of the other places that I normally get news from didn't even mention it. And doing a quick search for Wisconsin election fraud, it's all suppressed. If I looked directly for our right side broadcasting news, then I was able to find it. Even on YouTube, so far it's still up and it's had over 66,000 views in the last hour that it's been up. Um, and I know Rumble is supposed to be like the alternative for YouTube, but to give you an example between YouTube and Rumble, so YouTube had uh, so um, all right, okay. All right, so over here you have this is the Rumble channel, and so far it's got 3 Rumbles, and one of them is mine. um, Now that's different than views. I'm not sure exactly how many views it's gotten. It doesn't show, but they have no comments. Comments are also normally an indication of what kind of traction something is getting. All right, and then going over here, this is the right side broadcasting um, for YouTube, and it says that it's had over 60,000 views, had 10,000 upvotes versus 3 on Rumble. So for everybody who says, conservatives need to use these other platforms and everything, we're still not. We're still not. Um, and I know that Trump is out there trying to get a another platform going. And this is not investment advice at all. I have absolutely no qualifications, though I did take a like an aptitude test for Payne Weber when I got out of the military, and I did well on it. They offered me a job as a financial advisor over there, and then they would spend the time and everything to train me. But I decided I just didn't want to be responsible. So I didn't get into it, and I never really um, learned much on my own either. So I do some mutual funds, and that's about it. 401k. But when Donald Trump's thing came out, talked to my husband. I said, all right, we got to put at least a couple $100s in. So we bought that DWAC, which is the company that is going to be merging with Trump's organization. That's how he was able to get basically publicly listed so quickly. I don't know all the details, but I bought it at about $22, and I know it's gone as high as 175, and then it went down to as low as 60 something, but now it's somewhere around 74. I'm just in it for the long haul. I think that if anything's going to encourage conservatives to leave these big tech places behind, is going to be Donald Trump. So um, I would encourage you at least to try out the beta. It's supposed to be starting in November, and then more widely put out in January. But in any case, back to Rumble versus YouTube and their coverage of um, the Wisconsin thing. So what the sheriff said was that the law that was broken was that in um, nursing homes and things like that, in order to help the people that live there to vote, there is a provision in the law that says a certified um, person who has sworn an oath to follow the law, called I think a special voting administrator, SVA, something like that they're supposed to go in and they're supposed to help um, with people in nursing homes to get their ballot and make sure their vote counts and it's an accurate representation of what they want to do. And according to the sheriff, um, and it's funny, I say according to the sheriff, so I'm kind of being like Newsweek. Newsweek had an article that says sheriff claims to have proof. Well, in the press conference, he plays video of the Wisconsin Election Board, which is not the legislature. It is, I think, three Republicans and three Democrats that are supposed to help implement the law. But in this particular case, they actually were deciding not to follow the law. So they were setting aside that provision in law, calling it just a procedure, that they would not do that procedure, but it is the law. The law says that these particular people are the only people that can help, or a relative of um, the nursing home, but that an employee of the nursing home is specifically forbidden to do this. So they didn't just set aside some sort of minor procedure. They actually changed law without being part of the legislature. And what they did was that they specifically told the nursing home that they would be the ones to help the residents submit their vote. And when the sheriff asked the director how the process was supposed to go and how did they know that it was an accurate representation of what the resident wanted, the director just simply said, well, we hope they're being honest. uh, Anyhow, I highly encourage you to watch this. You play it on 1.5 speed and get through it within about 45 minutes, and make your own determination that there is any there. The sheriff did say that he had been talking with the DA's office, I'm not sure at what level, and that they had, up until this point, been refusing to even look at the reports that they have been gathering, which kind of bodes ill in terms of if there's going to be any sort of prosecution. As the sheriff can do the investigation, but in the end, if the DA doesn't decide to prosecute, then nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change. And the sheriff said over and over again, this was not about changing anything that happened in the past, but it's about holding people accountable to follow the law and to make sure that going forward that our vote is counted accurately. So if you're in Wisconsin, contact your state legislatures over there and encourage action, because I know that the sheriff, when he started out, he said this is not political, but it is. And it isn't necessarily, it shouldn't be, Democrat versus Republican, because right now it's like, the Democrats seem to be benefiting from this lack of accountability for doing the election law, but it can just as easily swing the other way. So everybody across the spectrum should care about the laws being followed in that, and for elections votes to be accurately um, counted. So um, call your Wisconsin legislatures and encourage them to put the political pressure on the DA, on the Attorney General of the state, to hold the Wisconsin Election Board accountable for breaking the law. And they have uh, their uh, their meetings on Zoom, so you can actually listen to everything that they had to say in context, and you can see them going through this debate as to whether or not they were legally able to do this. I had a couple people who were saying, we believe that we're breaking the law by doing this, and then them getting, ultimately outvoted. So anyhow, God bless. Please share this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've seen about this particular press conference anywhere else. Um, I haven't seen a lot. As I said, the only place I saw it was from Lumberjack Logic. So anyhow, God bless. I will talk to you later. Hopefully this will result in some positive change.